Financial services in the digital age. It's a time when new technology and IT is changing the face of the sector and the customer experience. At the forefront of this revolution is Nucleus Software Exports, which offers software solutions for the banking and financial services industry across the globe. Joining me now is Mr. Vishnu Dusad, CEO of Nucleus Software. Well, Mr. Dusad, how important is the link between the banking sector and IT software services, and how are technologies impacting the banking industry?
Banks are technology companies in disguise. They are one of the heaviest users of information technology today. Gartner says as against 3-4% of the revenues that any other industry sector has, banks spend as much as 7.3% of their revenues on information technology. It is through technology that banks can design and deliver some of the most customized products to their customers, and that is the reason banks are heavy users of technology.
Well, you are of course based in India, but you offer your services globally. So how do you adapt to the different markets, and what technology trends and needs are you seeing in the different countries?
Our customers are in 50 odd countries, and depending upon the technological growth of the specific country, the solutions are varying. In a country like India, where the technology infrastructure is still coming of age, you have to design solutions which would leverage whatever is available on ground. Whereas in countries like US and UK and Europe, the technology infrastructure is already a few decades old, and you need to offer solutions which would take the old technology infrastructure and take it to the next level.
Well, how are customer demands and expectations changing?
When an individual approaches a bank, typically he is expecting today, while in the past it was different, today he is expecting that the bank would understand his or her needs very specifically and design products and offer him products which would take care of his needs at a very specific level. This is one of the expectations. There is an expectation in terms of underbanked. The underbanked who have never seen a bank or who never understand what is bank, they are also today expecting their accounts to be opened and services being rendered to them through mobile and through low cost devices. Through branches which are again very low cost and things of that nature. They are also expecting that whatever has been the relationship of theirs with the bank, that is put to use while delivering them the solution that they are looking for in the future. So these are some of the ways the customers are expecting banks to respond to their needs.
Well, your core areas of expertise are in lending and transactions. So what cutting-edge innovations do you offer in these fields?
The solutions are very innovative and depending upon the local needs. For example, in Japan, our solutions offer shopping credit so that when an individual is walking into a store and he likes to buy a white goods, he can swipe his card and get a loan instantaneously. In a market like India, there is a low end of the spectrum in terms of borrowing. You are talking about loans which are as low as £10. Our solutions are able to deliver those loans cost effectively. Coming to the transaction banking solutions, our solutions offer our banks collections, payments, liquidity management and financial supply chain solutions.
How important are cross-industry programs, and what are the advantages of these?
Banking and financial services industry can learn from other industries very effectively. Telecom industry has come up with M-Pesa. It is now the banking and financial services industry which is learning from telecom industry and moving very fast forward in terms of mobile payments. Over next 3 to 5 years, we are visualizing that substantial part of our currency would move to mobile. And I visualize over next 10 to at the most 20 years, currency as we know today in the form of coins and paper would literally vanish completely from the face of the earth.
Well, finally, considering banking IT technology is constantly developing, what do you see to be the future challenges and trends?
Security is clearly the challenge, and customization is going to be again very substantial challenge, because more and more customers are going to look for solutions which are very meaningful to them, which are very specific to them, and banks will have to leverage big data that they have created. The data will have to be converted into a meaningful knowledge about the customer, and they will have to respond to the customer's needs based on this knowledge that they are creating. Speed of response is something that is going to take place. Today, if you were to apply for a mortgage, it is going to take minimum 5 weeks is what we experience. The customers are going to expect that this time of 5 weeks reduces down to 3 weeks, 2 weeks and 1 week, and if possible days, if it is possible. So these are some of the expectations that banking industry will have to respond to in years to come, and it is the technology which is going to help them come up to those expectations.
Mr. Dusad, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.